You're listening to the best of the Script Club. Let's get rebellion.
You can't ever trust a German scientist. If you ever find yourself in a movie, do not trust a German scientist.
Yeah. As soon as any person, if you're alone in the woods and the guy whose house you find, if he's got a German accent, get the fuck out.
Just run away. Don't even think about it.
He doesn't have to be a scientist. He could have, like, running an orphan. It doesn't matter. He could be the priest. If he's got a German accent, he's bad. Always bad.
He's always bad. Like, I can't think of one German person, period, that I've ever seen in any kind of movie that's ever been good.
Nightcrawler. That was easy. In the Munich circus, I was known as the Nightcrawler.
Is he German?
Yeah. He's German.
He's got you on that one.
Oh, well. Yeah. Well,
shot to hell.
Kurt Wagner.
The exception that makes every rule.
Yes.
There you go. Now it is a rule.
Done and done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hans was German.
Hans was
Die
German.
Hard.
He was evil.
Yeah.
His brother was German. He was evil too.
Except for when he shot Ellis in the face.
Yeah,
Then he was okay.
Oh, man. Ellis.
Hans, booby.
I'm your white knight.
God, I want him to die at that moment. I would have shot him on principle of calling me booby.
What did you just say?
I'd be like, yo, you, sir, have chose poorly. Using your shitty 80s fast track talk on me. With your slick back hair. You're just pissing me off.
Face covered in cocaine. Man, I hate Ellis. I think I hate that actor too, just because he leads on. I hate that guy now. I don't even know if he was in any other movies. Do you know if he was in anything else?
I have no idea.
Okay. Oh man, that guy just made me mad.
It's like such a repulsive character that you just can't see him as anything else other than that bastard.
Yeah. The same thing happened for William Atherton, because of that movie. It's like he did Ghostbusters in like 84 and then like Die Hard in 88 or something like that.
That was William Atherton.
Walter Peck from Ghostbusters.
Black guy?
No, the guy with the beard, the redhead guy. He's like, I'm going to shut you down and everything.
Oh yeah,
that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was in that. He was
Bastard.
in both those movies. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He was in both those movies, and then he was in. Then he played another bad guy in Real Genius with Val Kilmer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What a bastard.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that guy.
The guy played 3 bad guys in a row, and then after that, everybody just hated him. Like in real life, like he would go down the street, and people would just hate him.
I would just hate him.
like the busfuls of people would drive by and like, fuck that guy, and just
give the Ghostbusters a chance.
Hell yeah, exactly. Like there's a story I was listening to. I was listening to the extended commentary on Ghostbusters. He said, and one day it's like Ivan Reitman was just walking down the street, and he met up with William Atherton, and Will Atherton came up to him just like genuinely, just like totally pissed off, and told him about all the people that tried to pick fights with him in bars and stuff over that movie.
He deserves it.
When you think about it,
he let all the ghosts out.
Does he really deserve it?
He shut them down.
He did shut them down, but did they have licenses?
Can you get a license for that? They were doing a service to the community.
Yeah, but then Bill Murray didn't have to be a dick to him about that, did he?
A little bit. You kind of have to.
A little bit, but he said, hey, all I want to do is go down and see the basement. I just want to check it out.
When he walked in the room going, I'm the mayor's aide. He
didn't say he was the mayor's aide.
It's like he has to be a dick to him.
It's like, I work for the Environmental Protection Agency. I have a few questions I want to ask you. Can we go downstairs and see your facility? The guy's a government agent, really. He works for the government. He has to go and see this. You got guys shooting lasers all over the place. So he's got to go down there and sit. They're covered in slime all the time.
I don't know.
They're getting. They're just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. He has to at least check it out.
He wouldn't hassle like a cop though, who's got a gun, or he wouldn't. He wouldn't hassle a garbage man covered in garbage all day. But no, he just happens to pick the Ghostbusters.
Again, those guys are civil employees.
Happen to pick them. Happen to go, you know what? I'm going to fuck with these guys today. But he could have just let them be and bust ghosts.
Okay.
There was a point where they were wearing Christmas hats, damn it. They're part of the community. Okay? The EPA doesn't get fucking parades and shit. They don't get to ride around in the Statue of Liberty. Only Ghostbusters get to do that shit.
So, okay, maybe the guy was a little jealous. But again, did Bill Murray have to be such a dick?
I think it was justified.
It was justified.
I think he was perfectly
He said, man,
justified.
I just want to check out what was in the basement. He was like, no, I'm not going to let you do it. Why? For no particular reason at all.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like they're the protagonist, you know, like whoever is in their way, like whoever mildly inconveniences, they're the bad guy. Like screw that guy, you know. Like my friend reviewed The Expendables for Your Stupid Minds, and if you remember, there's that guy that like hassles Jason Statham and the other one and Stallone and in the passport office, and he sort of like squints at their passport and like holds them up for like 15 seconds, and then later, like he's like a 50-year-old man. Later, Stallone like shoots this 50-year-old man in the head, and then like makes a crack about his passport or something. And it's like, really, that guy's doing his job.
The guy should have called you out on that.
Yeah, like, you know, like he's got a family, like he's got 3 grandkids that he's got to support because, you know, and you're like,
bad economy and everything.
yeah, and like he lives on a crappy little island. Of course he works for the government, but he works in like the least offensive job you could have. He's like reading passports all day, you know?
That's all he does. That's all he does. He just like checking it out. Yep, this one's good. Here you go. Well, this one is obviously bad.
It's like, I mean...
What else was he gonna do?
Yeah, then he's gonna call real soldiers, and they might do something, right? It's like killing the mailman when you go to, you know, if your mail's not delivered, you know. But if you're the protagonist in a movie, you're like, well, he should have delivered the mail. Is all I'm saying. I mean, that guy had it coming. I mean, yeah, he got shot, but where's the mail?
You're right. I mean, everyone just kind of throws everything out the window because, well, of course, you should have let that guy slide.
Look. There's a camera following him around. You don't understand. The rules don't apply. You're holding him up.
Every martial arts movie, I'm always blown away by that. Like, there's a guy who like owns like a corporation or whatever, and he's got security because he needs to have security. If you have that kind of corporation, own a building, you need to have security in it. And then like some short Asian dude walks through the door and starts punching people. You're like, well, of course I'm going to call security. And if you're on the security team, you're like, some Asian guy's running around punching people. We got to stop him.
Well, it's like the poor security guy who always gets shot by the bad guys. Like the poor guy's like 90 years old watching a mall, and like Hans and his group roll in and just tap him in the head with a friggin' shotgun. And he's like, poor guy. It's just all he's got. The most threatening weapon he's got is a fucking flashlight, and he gets shot in the head.
I mean, but it's like just in that same way. You're like that during when they shoot the old man. You're like, oh, these guys are such demons. But then at the same time, like the protagonist will walk into the same building at the end of the movie and start fighting everybody, just beating up every security guard. And no one says shit to this guy.
Right, you're like, well, the security guard.
They should have just
get
got out of the way.
Look, I'm just saying, if you don't want to be thrown down an escalator, maybe you shouldn't get in Jackie Chan's way.
Well, they just do it constantly. No one ever calls them on it.
Right? I mean, And that's the kind of thing that, back when action movies were more clever, they would have that kind of character that would be like, did you just do those kind of things? Lethal Weapon was kind of good about that, sort of tempering, like, Mel Gibson's, like, insane, cop guy who just stops at nothing with, like, everyone around him, like, lives in the real world.
Yeah.
Is constantly shocked that he's able to do these things.
Yeah.
But...
It's like you just grab some guy and just jump off the roof with him. What are you, nuts?
Get in here.
Right? You're like, oh, that police chief, he's no good. He's trying to suspend him.
Yeah, leave Murtaugh alone.
You don't understand. He's trying to get a bad guy here.
It's like when they, what was it, like 3 when they blew up an entire building because they didn't wait for the bomb squad. It was like Dick Move busting them down. They saved the cat. Like, leave him the hell alone.
You guys like destroyed a building because you specifically did what I told you not to do.
They saved that cat.
In the real world, these guys would be criminals. These guys would be in jail right now. Both of them would be in jail. But hey, the captain's being an ass for letting them
Captain's all in my ass. And I got the mayor up my ass. And
why is the captain always pissed?
Well,
I understand
I was about
why.
to say,
Yes, I
his
understand
station
why.
is full of people that just blew up a building for a cat.
Yeah, I get it now. I got it.
If like my head cop was like Last Action Hero, I'd be pissed all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
Right?
God damn it.
Yeah, because
You
your
can't drive
whole
down the
job then
streets.
is just answering the phone at that point. Because that's
It's
like...
explaining to the mayor why he had to shoot 9 people to get the one guy who stole a purse. I'm like, God damn it, Stallone.
Yeah, right?
Like, knock it off.
You can't walk down the street without blowing something up.
Indiscriminate explosions.
If anybody else would have done that stuff, anybody else, they would have been gone. You'd have heard about them in the news that one day, and the next day they'd be in jail.
yeah, just like Demolition Man.
Things get
He went to
demolished.
jail.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like Demolition Man for that. Like you blew up a building, but I saved these people. I brought the guy to justice. But you blew up a building, dude. I'm sorry. We're gonna do right by you. We're gonna put you in cryo prison, man, and you'll get out and you'll be like the same. Yeah, most people will be dead, but hey, I mean, we're doing the best we can for you. And like all of a sudden, these guys are demons now.
Damn them.
I should have just let him blow shit up.
Although, like, to be fair, like, if I were Stallone's attorney, I feel like I could have gotten him off. I mean, like, yeah, he's responsible. They said he was responsible for like a bus full of hostages dying.
Yeah.
But like, maybe it was that mass murderer
Yeah.
who's responsible.
They were so quick
Here's
to
a
throw
thought.
him in jail. They're like, literally the guy who turned the entire city into a war zone and the guy who stopped them. And they're like, fuck that guy who stopped it. Like, they were so quick to turn on him. Not one person questioned the word of Simon. Even Phoenix was like, I told him to stop and he wouldn't. And every person there,
They're like, oh, is that true?
every person there took that as his word. Like, well,
Right.
if you can't trust a serial killer, who can you trust?
Right? It's like, this guy is a mass murderer.
Yeah. The guy with the mohawk and 2 different color eyes, he's the trustworthy one. Not the officer of the law.
This highly decorated officer of the law. Yes, let's.
Yeah. I think we can all agree who's to blame here. It was Stallone.
You
Well, I
acted
think
irresponsibly.
I think probably where Stallone's attorney went wrong is he probably put him on the stand. He's like, all right, I want you to defend yourself on the stand. He's like, well, I thought I had to do what I had to do. You got to send a maniac to catch a maniac. And like the jury's just like, what is he talking about?
This guy's obviously insane.
I didn't break the law. I am the law. Like, get him the hell out of here. That's not how this shit works. You You can't just make it up as you go along.
You are the law? What kind of statement is
Guilty.
that?
I say when Judge Dredd does it, it's not illegal.
God, what a shitty system that is. I give you a gun and hair trigger violence. Now go. Protect the people. So yeah, that's going to work out real well.
You're listening to the best of the Script Club. Check us out on Facebook and YouTube.